All right, folks, you know what time it is. This here is Game 6 of our schedule today. This one an 18U matchup between the New Jersey Titans, the elite roster, and the PHA Icemen. Now, we have seen these Icemen earlier as they played against one of the teams in the last game, the Tri-Valley Bulls, and they won 4-2, the Icemen did. So they're coming back to entertain us again for our prime-time Friday night matchup. My name's Glenn Burnett with the play-by-play and color commentary, welcoming you out there in Hockey TV land to watch some NAPHL Pittsburgh Showcase Hockey. This one is the closer for our Friday evening, the 8 o'clock puck drop. As we have the Icemen and the Titans gathering up at their net. We're going to check one more time for that last name on the goaltender. All right, so folks, those of you who are watching on behalf of the Jersey Junior Titans, and this is an elite team here, because we don't have the advantage of names on the backs of the sweaters, and because we don't have a digital copy of, or even a paper copy of their line chart, we won't be able to give too much exposure here. So I'm just going to go by numbers. I hope that you will enjoy the numbers being announced here, as that will be the best that we can do to keep the action flowing. Now, I have already had the benefit of the roster on the side of the opposing team, which is the PHA Icemen, and I have already watched and called one of their games. So if it sounds like I am favoring their names, it is only because I'm familiar with the names, but we will be balanced in our commentary. As we are underway, 3 17-minute periods, though that middle period will be broken into 2 8.5-minute sections so that we can refresh the ice at the midpoint. Right off the bat, the Titans coming in on the offense and looking for a scoring opportunity. This is our last one, as that is gloved out of the air. And in the net, Mastowski out of Jamestown, PA, Riley Mastowski. We had Coral earlier in their victory against the Bulls. And here's 27 for the Titans, winning the faceoff very quickly as an errant pass stolen right through the middle. And a shot paddled away, as that was Tomac. Anticipated the pass, was not crisp enough, split the D and raced up ahead. Nothing coming of it though, as Smith made the save. That's the only name that I have for the Titans. I asked the coach the name of the goaltender because I'll be mentioning goaltender all the time. That's easy enough for me to remember. As the Icemen played into neutral ice. And that'll be offsides. So we've already put 10 hours worth of hockey behind us today with a call time this morning of 9 a.m. We got here a little bit early of that. And I'm not the only one. the other members of the production crew here also spending all day with hockey. From the left side, shot across the slot, hitting nothing. That's Bobko. The Iceman skating in the light sweaters this go around. Looking to go undefeated on the day as Bobko up on the blue line on the weak side. As this is eased across the slot and covered up by Smith. And so yes, it is already an 11-hour day, if you count the call time. And by the time we're done, it'll be about 12 and a half, roughly. And it's been a good day. Lots of great hockey out on this Rink A, the Allegheny Rink in the Palmer Imaging Arena. We had one that kind of got loose. Backhander, and that one defended wide of the net. But aside from that, mostly everything's been fairly close. No ties. We have not been forced to determine whether or not there's overtime in any of this stuff. And now out across the blue line, and very clearly that is offsides on the Icemen. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off. Signarowitz out on the ice now. Tomac back out there. Just about 2.5 minutes into this first period, no score. If you are unfamiliar with the Hockey TV features, by the way, don't forget about the bookmark feature. Shot out in front, still loose, still playable, and then whistled dead. As Smith covering up. As we set up to Smith's left, this is 27 centering, and that's 2 face-offs that we've seen him come away with, either holding possession or delivering possession. So if you are keeping track on the Hockey TV player, bookmark a face-off 1, shot in traffic, still loose, and we've got a scrum pile up out in front of the crease as everybody rises up and goes to their neutral corners. We still have Andalina and Whitfield as our officials this evening. And we have a pause here as Smith, perhaps looking like he's trying to repair some equipment stuff, and that seems to be the case. Just an equipment tweak. And that'll save a trip to the ice. Morrison centering on this line. And Saad comes away with it. As this is poked into neutral ice. 9 over to 17. 17 on the left wing side. Played to the half wing boards. 9. With 21 cutting towards the slot. And that's not going anywhere. As Smith comes out and slings it around the boards. Out in front, a close call there as Morrison turning around and trying to get another shot off. Right now with 5-1 shot advantage for the Icemen as Bobko and Malvar out on the ice. Robbins on the backside at the blue line. As this is forced down low, slicing through the slot. Very close as Smith covering down low. And now 11 out to 22. Up ahead with 14, cutting through on the back door side, flashing down to the inboards. And played out across this one a little bit too far out of reach of Malvar as Walsh comes around to help out. Malvar looking for the stick check. And now 14 for the Titans. Gaining access to the slot. Couldn't get a shot off. Malvar, that pass is out of reach. Things a little bit disconcerted out here. Chipped up ahead. That'll be sent deep into the offensive zone for coverage as Alessandro comes freshly onto the ice. Grabbing up possession. Centering pass to the slot, and Alessandro kicks it around. And now with possession down below the goal line. Alessandro further down. That's Hoff down low. And Alessandro trying to get it up to a teammate as this one is cleared all the way down for icing. 11:43 remaining in period one. We are scoreless on Rink A at the Palmer Imaging Arena. Nice facility and a cold facility. Great box seats though. Very cozy. Played out towards the left wing. Fed in towards the angle. Right on the edge of the crease there as Smith comes up with that one. And now 22, 14, and 11 for the Titans coming out. You who are watching at home or the convenience of your own screen might know these players, or you might have your own version of a digital roster. We tried to get one emailed over from the coach, but we got no Wi-Fi coverage this far over on Rink A. And here's 23. With pressure coming on from Tomac, 14 leading in from the right wing side. As 23 up at the point, guarding the exit door. And this is saucered out to neutral ice. It gets a little bit of a tip, and that's going to go down for icing. As Erlane could not get down there in time. And so we'll set up a face-off to Mastowski's right, and Erlane stepping in, controlling the face-off. This is chipped out into neutral ice. Tomac chasing it down. And now 17 able to release it to 21 on sides. As that is popped up and out of play. And that's Mellis down on the ice, getting back up and exiting as Bobko, Malvar, and Signarowitz come onto the ice. Played behind the net. Smith down, covering low. Waters plays it up ahead. Malvar trying to hold on to possession, couldn't get it. Here's 6, the off winger, getting into the slot, could not get that off the toe. Played up to the left point. Played back down, winding up, and 21 with a shot. Kick save. As this one will go down for icing. 9:51 remaining. First period action. We are scoreless here. And now 24, 4, 27, 23, and 13 out on the ice for the Titans. Played around past the exit door, and that will go down once again for another icing. Look at that accuracy from Smith. Practically putting it right on the dot for the official Woodfield. Played out to neutral ice. 2-3. Out across to 2-4. Raising the stakes to 2-7 as Bobko applying pressure. 2-4, almost getting a shot off at close range, and a tip. And what a close one there, as Mostowski couldn't track it afterwards. Fortunately, it had slipped out behind the net. And now a break here with 4 cutting on the weak side. Handed off, shot going up high on the stick side. Mostowski being a right-hand glove guy. And so 4 took the shot going on the stick side, near side up shelf. Pretty close in the shots on goal department, 6-4. And now Sad slams it up against the wall. And a little too much gusto on that one, and they can't chase it down in time to avoid the icing. Either need a more acute angle on that and let it come further across the ice and not progress down the ice and allow his teammate to chase it down. That's Porsucci, in there. Or you put that one as a rebound off the boards towards the net, and maybe you get a rebound off the goaltender. Not likely. Played up the ladder. Out to the middle to Morrison. And now Sod. He has Porsucci off to the left. Gives it over. And a shot, rebound, straight up the slot. Followed up by Morrison. And he gets a full clapper off. And now Robbins, deep in his own zone, pressured by 22. Porsucci, once again, shot, blockered away. And now 6, winding his way into the offensive zone. Under 8 minutes remaining in the period, past the midway point of the opening period. And here's Robbins, the off winger, spinning around and gets that one across the crease, but nobody there to redirect it. And Hoff losing the handle as the Titans dump it into the offensive zone. Here's Hoff with a look, as that one is punched down, a little bit of a short hop off the top of the glass and into the audience area. We've seen a lot of pucks today. .7:05 remaining. And Smith, out of his net, guides the puck along. And the Titans trying to get out of the zone cleanly as this comes around to 4. Trying to do the self-pass around the defender. And a big hit up along the post near the Titans bench. From the half boards down to the far side corner. Played out to the face-off circle and stolen away by the Titans. Swatted into the middle of the zone. Not a comfortable place to put the puck from the defensive side. 2-4 down low. This is Waters, plays it up ahead. Alessandro trailing Hoff. As Hoff goes between the legs. Alessandro into the slot, could not get access. Stick check by 4. And now 2-2, double deuce on the right wing side. Played behind the net. Taking a hit up against the boards. And now chipped up ahead. Here's a break. With help in the middle, Erlane setting up for a rebound on the weak side. But Smith denies. That's a one-timer held on to. As we take a look in at the shots on goal comparison, 10-5 here, favoring the Icemen. As Smith down once again is Martin at the point. Plays it down to the face-off circle on the left. Their lane goes up, deflected into the glass, and a big hit over on the sideboards. As this comes off the high glass and we continue. Martin. Played back to Smith, and Smith up ahead, and a close call for Smith as 6 had slid it across, looking to meet up presumably with 12 on the opposite side from D to D, just a simple pass, but the pass was a little bit close for comfort as it was gliding by the toes of Smith. Smith clamped down on it pretty quickly. 17 up ahead to 9. Picked up by 2-3 with help on the right and left wings. And now help into the slot. Rebounded off the end boards. Going with the off-speed Clapper, could not get it off. And now from the left point, shrinking down to the half boards, and that is tossed into the opposite corner, the near side corner, as it were. Just outside of 4 minutes remaining in the first period. The ice has not been broken. Two, 3 to 9. Shot deflected off the end boards, and 9 picking up the rebound off the end boards, up to 17. Played out to the left wing side, 21 with a deflection out towards the far side. 2-1, 2-1, comes up with it again. And we got a penalty. And a slash is going to bring us our first power play. And this might just be what it takes to get a point on the board. And so Walsh will sit for 2 with 3:38 remaining first period action. We are blank on the scoreboard. And so we await the face-off. And now the Titans on the power play from 6. Point to 12. And now played up the ladder. And someone lost track of the puck there. Good play by the glove hand, keeping that one in the zone. And a lot of protection, ensuring possession. And a laser right down the turnpike. Held on to by Mastowski. And a little bit of a rally happening over at the Titans bench. Winding up at the top of the slot. That slips by on the side of the net. Rebounds off the end boards. No high stick has been waved off. Out through the face-off circle. Up to the point on the left side, down to the left half boards. As they trade spots. Shot down off of the end boards. Shuffled across to the far side. And the Iceman able to tie it up for a little while. 50 seconds remaining on the power play. And finally settling it back down. Shot swatted out of the air. Given the fake look. Shot goes wide but kicked away. And now 25 seconds remaining. And the Titans will have to retreat and regroup as they'll bring some fresh legs out on the ice. Played down low. 7 seconds left. And that's the clap, clap, clap of the stick on the ice down at the other end as Smith indicating that we're going even. And the other, Walsh just comes out of the penalty box straight onto the ice. Now they'll make some exchanges. .93 seconds left in the first period. This, our closer for the evening. Friday primetime hockey. 18 AAA. The Titans elite squad out there. Played out to the far side boards. And we've got a hooking call. And so 13 goes to the box for the Titans. And now a power play for the Icemen. We'll see how their special teams responds to the extra skater. Erlane plays it down low. From low left, carried behind the net, and a passing attempt broken up. And an odd man advantage, 4 coming in. And Robbins getting a stick in the way just in time. This was the second time for 4 to come in with a look on net. Mostowski can only cover up so much from the right side. It was slung in. Picked up at the slot, shot into traffic. That one gets clogged. Erlane, shot through the 5-hole, and that is a power play goal. Erlane gets the pass over in the left wing circle and throws a pretty slippery shot. Not too much heat on it. And so Erlane comes up with that one from Robbins and Tomac. And that's your icebreaker, folks. With just 14 seconds remaining in the first period. As the last handful of seconds wear down and not enough time to get a shot off. And that will close out one period of play. So we'll take a brief intermission as both teams will gather at their benches. It will not be long. And so we'll rest for a moment. And when we come back, it'll be full strength, all even on both sides. We'll enter into the interesting second period as we cut that one in half. At the midpoint of the second period, we recut the ice sheet, freshen it up to last for the remainder of the game. So we'll have 8.5 minutes on the front side, accompanied by a break to refresh the sheet, and then 8.5 minutes on the back side. It's a 1-goal lead right now as the Icemen leading by 1. Mastowski heading over to the opposite net. This puts all his friends and family all the way across the ice, so any of those defensive substitutions on the fly will not be quite easy to do. And so the key for both teams here, be in the offensive zone. You should be there anyway, right? That's understood as Smith skates over to his side. But get into the offensive zone, especially if you're going to need to get substitutions. You want to be able to stay fresh out there, continue to attack. Don't get stuck in your defensive zone. You're going to get fatigued. You might miss your responsibilities. You might draw some penalties. Don't give your opponent any advantages, as this one is a long-range shot straight in on Smith, and Smith comes up with the stop. As Signarawicz comes in on the right side point. Played out towards the point. Racing up ahead with a little bit of an edge. Gets the shot off, paddled aside by Mastowski. And now here comes Malvar, and a smart defensive play as 6 goes body straight up on the player. And that dislodged the puck, as we'll get a whistle, stop the action, and see wholesale changes from both sides. I think I overheard somebody over in the Iceman bench saying, I felt just like Sidney Crosby when he was hungry for lunch. So they know what Crosby feels like when he's hungry for lunch. Yeah, I couldn't even imagine what that hunger feels like. I mean, that is Sidney Crosby, isn't it? As we continue the action, Hoff down low, trying to get out of his zone. He was handcuffed for a moment, escapes the off-wing position from the left side, with Smith camped out at the point on the blue line here. And now this is angled out. With a little bit of distance, looking for top-end speed. Gets the pass from the low angle along the goal line, as this shot gets deflected on its way out to the far side corner. For those of you watching on Hockey TV, think about those who might be interested in tuning in. You might send out some reminders. Hey, don't forget to tune in to Hockey TV. Send it out to your friends and family. Share, like, comment, subscribe, however you can get the word out. And have them check in on the Hockey TV broadcast. This is a great way to be able to enjoy some sports. This is very competitive, by the way. Throughout the day, nothing has seemed too outmatched, save for one of the games. But even in the pros, you'll get some games where one team decisively wins. Everything else throughout this day has been competitive and well skilled. So get the message out there. My name's Glenn Burnett with the play-by-play and color commentary, by the way, just in case you're wondering. You can find me on LinkedIn. I have a post in my feed that gives the schedule of what I'm covering in case you were interested in checking out more of my coverage. And I have great production teammates alongside me as well. And you'd want to watch for that reason too. Just under 6 minutes remaining in the first segment of the second period, as we see full changes on both sides. Played out to the left point. A rising wrister, gloved out of the air. Played around to the near side corner. And out to the opposite side. As the Icemen able to hold on to the offensive zone for a little longer. This may break down the Titans here if they can't find the way out too soon. Icemen seem to be just about shaping up a cycle. Don't often get to see puck movement in the offensive zone for too long, at least not deliberate movement for too long before it gets taken out of the zone. Out in front and a diving play as 1-4-14 for the Titans. Just missed on the side post. Waters working for it in the far side corner. Played down low, slung around to the near side. Titans sustaining the forecheck on this one. And now reversing course. Saad sends it up ahead. And Smith slings it as they have penetration beyond the defense, shot towards the slot, and a diving defensive play helps to disrupt it. Out into the slot, backhander, a little bit too soft. As Mostowski now on high alert. Wrister. And the muted sound of the leg pads stopping the puck. As we'll see substitutions for the Icemen. Malvar, Bobko, Walsh, Robbins, Waters out on the ice. And that one off of the bar, up and out of play. That was a rising clapper from the blue line. Played off the dashers behind the net with help up at the point. And a little bit of trouble controlling the puck in that near side corner. Fired out through the low slot. And now the Titans with a fair share of time in the offensive zone. Malvar cutting in on the near side as this one punched out of the air safely wide of the net. As Bobko cutting towards the net, looking to show a target in the half boards. Turned over. And now the Titans progress into the offensive zone as Mellis comes in on the ice. And now an odd man advantage, 3-on-2 right now. Into the slot, shot, that ricochets off of the glass onto the back of the net. Up to the point. That's McCurry sending it on net. Shot, save. This one deflected on its way to the other end, and that'll be no icing. And a turnover, and we got a penalty upcoming. And that's going to be a trip on our lane. tough break. And you can thank the Titans for applying the pressure in the offensive zone. .2:19 remaining in the first section of the second period. That'll be enough for this penalty to play out before the end of this section. Played out towards the point. To the right side, down to the half boards. Trying to get it up to the point, and that's stolen. And the Titans taking the long way to get to the net as this one skips up into the glass. And they've got numbers now. And now chasing it down, this is Alessandro, pestering a little bit in the corner. Trying to burn off some clock. 1:20 remaining in the penalty kill. And this one goes up and out of play. So we see changes on both sides. 1:11 remaining in the power play. Played out away from the near side boards. Tossed down onto the ice by Tomac, but Tomac is checked off of the puck. Played up to the red stripe. And with an opening on the weak side, left wing. That could not make it around the boards, and now from the left point, trying to get it into the slot, and a great defensive play up top by Tomac. Almost turned it into a breakaway. And now tossed across all alone with a short shot. Stopped by Mostowski. Played through the face-off circle on the left side. And now sent down. This will not go for icing. Tossed up ahead, only 5 seconds left. Trying to get one last attack before they go full strength. To the backhand. As that one goes wide. And there we're at even strength. From the deep corner, Titans looking for the equalizer. As this one accidentally slips out to neutral ice. And that'll do it for the first section of the second period. We'll go ahead and recut the ice. And that's where we're at this point. A 1-0 game as the Icemen lead it. We'll take a quick break, rotate the tires. When we come back, we'll teach you how to change a valve cover gasket. From Rink A in the Palmer Imaging Arena in Delmont, Pennsylvania, you're watching NAPHL Pittsburgh Showcase on Hockey TV. We'll be right back. righty, folks. Last half of the last game. 25 and a half minutes left. It's that last half minute to get you. As we continue the period of the long change, this is the second half of the second period. Again, I really not all that good with the fractions, but I do know time. 8.5 minutes remaining in this second period. 1-0 lead for the Icemen. As we get underway, goaltenders are set. And the Icemen with control off of the faceoff. On the fresh sheet. From wide right, rebound comes out in front. Could not get the rebound shot. The Titans in the defensive zone. Shot! And very quickly, 25 seconds in, the lead is opened up as the Icemen now up 2-0. And Mellis apparently comes up with that one. And so Erlane gets the assist. Check that. Erlane gets the goal. Mellis gets the assist, as does Tomac. And now it's a 2-goal game. And very quickly, out of the gates and putting up some points. Join us afterwards for yoga class. Pretty even, by the way, on the shots on goal comparison, 17 to 14. And it has been fairly evenly matched between these two teams, as the Icemen looking to pad the lead a little bit. Norowitz out at the blue line, couldn't hold the zone. And now weaving through the defense, that's Alessandro, tosses it in deep and chases it. Now he's chasing a Titan with it. And now centering pass, nobody at the top of the slot to receive that one. And now here comes Hoff. Hoff with a shot. Punched away by Smith. And Signarovich straight on and defended as 2-4 took that right in front. Centering pass poked away by Mostowski. And a close range, low angle shot. And Mostowski is going to freeze it. Glenn Burnett with the play-by-play and color commentary as we continue watching the last of our calendar today. This is Friday primetime, NAPHL Pittsburgh Showcase Hockey, 18U AAA on the ice. Talent everywhere. And you're enjoying this on Hockey TV. And a little bit early on the entry, and that'll be offsides. Bobko gets the angle shot from the right wing side. That's turned away and denied by Smith as this is sent down the ice for icing. 2-0 lead with 6:16 remaining second period action. Very interested fan base on the opposite side of the sheet. They have been here the whole time, many of them standing all along. Bobko in the circle for the face-off. Kicked up to neutral ice as Martin sends it back up, but that goes a little bit early. And now we go to the center dot.
Get dialed in here, boys. Let's get dialed in.
21 on the Titans with the win on the faceoff. Help out in front as Mostowski blocks that away. The Titans applying some pressure. As this pass gets caught up in the skates, feeding it out towards the point, poked down low. Picked up behind the net, but mishandled. Might have been an opportunity, as we have an odd man opportunity shaping up. Bobko trailing behind, as that is batted to the safe side of the zone. From D to D, Martin carrying it now. Trying to angle it up ahead to the blue line as it's broken up. And a nice little move there to give a little offensive possession. Played out to the right side, a full clapper. That one goes to the opposite corner. Kick save, rebound out to the right side circle, and we got a trip coming up. As Mostowski comes out of the net, and we get the extra skater, Elaine, out on the ice. And they're going to try to freeze this here. It favors them to kill clock, as that is deflected up and out of play. He knew it just too soon right afterwards. Of course, it benefits the Iceman to just milk the clock on that one. With a 2-0 lead, it's not terribly safe. But if you can draw down some of that clock, it might be a little bit better. Just outside of 4 minutes remaining in the period. And this is that tough period. Power play in the second period can really fatigue a defense. But as it stands, with 90 seconds left in the power play, the Icemen need to set up the cycle. Working through traffic. Over the top, over to the left face-off circle. Centering across the slot as this bounces out towards the blue line. Robbins couldn't handle that one. A little bit too much pepper on the pass as Mellis drops back to pick up the icing puck. And we see some changes out ahead of the face-off. Alessandro on the ice, Bobko to drop in for the face-off. 1 minute remaining in the Titans penalty kill. Played around the near side corner. And now set up as they cycle. Up to Alessandro. Alessandro with a shot wide of the net off the end boards. As the net is knocked off its bearings. as we can hear some of the coaching from either side. One instructing, let's get another one before the end of the period with 30 seconds left on the power play. That would be the Iceman bench. And then the other, that was a little bit too lazily set up, and the retreat into neutral ice under no urgent fire. And then on the other bench saying we've got 20 minutes to pick up 2 goals. Encouraging that there's plenty of time left. And we go to even strength. Wow, I think we got squirrels in the attic.
Those critters are something else.
Oh yeah. What's that commercial? Oh, we got an animal living upstairs. Animal, animal. Yeah, that puck did not want to settle down. And now 5-on-5 on the ice. Titans down by 2. Just outside of 2 minutes remaining in the second period. And mishandled at the point. And that'll be an offsides. And this is going to be determined as an intentional offsides, and so that's going to set one up back in the Titan zone. As that was sent back into the zone while there was still plenty of players still left in there. There's no way that could have been just, accident. But we'll see. They'll get it all sorted out. And where they drop it, they drop it. And this will be just considered a regular offsides. And now momentum carrying the puck into the offensive zone. Played out towards Smith. Smith holding it in. As this takes a funny bounce off one of the glass dividers. A nice self-pass off the half boards. And this one's saved at the point. Nice teamwork for the Titans. As a little bit of hustle keeps it in the offensive zone. Able to get a shot off. 92 seconds in the period. Played out across the slot, and now the Iceman with control. From the left side, shot and saved by Smith. As we see McCurry up at the point. As the Icemen retain possession in the offensive zone. Out in front, paddled away. As that's blown dead. We will get to the end of the second period. Because we have to. Played around the boards to the near side. McCurry over top for protection as Erlane sends it back down deep in the zone. And McCurry trying to break that attack up. And that'll be offside. All right, I shouldn't say this. What is your guess, more or less than 3 more face-offs before the end of the period? Anybody? More than 3 face-offs. Tom, you want to get in?
Yeah, I'll say less.
Tom says less than 3 face-offs in the last 50 seconds of the period. And racing up ahead, all alone with Smith. Smith with a beautiful punch save. And that didn't go out of bounds. That could have been a face-off. Right now, the face-off count favoring Tom. And this one goes in. The Titans able to break onto the board. And a sigh of relief. And you can give that up to 2-3. All right, that is the line right there. 23, 27, and 24. 23 with the goal, 27, 24 with the assist. 24 seconds remaining, and that is face-off number 1 since that 50-second mark. Tom leading on the higher or lower guess. And looking for another one. Out in front, kicked away by the Iceman, and that's chucked down the ice. This is going to be face-off number 2. I don't know. I think if we're going to hit 3, we need this one to go off the face-off and out of play. Yay? And that'll be it. Congratulations, Tom. We have no prizes for you, just respect. I don't know if that's worth anything to you. And so at the end of 2 periods of play, we'll take a brief intermission and then resume with third period action. 17 minutes left in regulation. As we have cut this down to a 1-goal game, it has been exciting throughout. Iceman leading 2-1. We'll take a quick break. Count the coins in the fountain when we come back. We'll have 1 more period left. From Rink A, the Allegheny Rink, and the Palmer Imaging Arena in Delmont, Pennsylvania. You're watching NAPHL Pittsburgh Showcase on Hockey TV. We'll be right back.
They have the same person shoot over and over and over. You have to. No shit. I shit you not. I wouldn't do that to you.
All right, folks, buckle up. In some sports, they say buckle up for safety. In hockey, they say buckle up for icing. Boom, boom, psh. Yes, folks, I provide the rim shots too. Iceman coming out of their zone. Out across the red stripe from the right side. A slicing wrister punched away by Smith, and Smith has kept things very interesting. From the right side. As this one comes up and out of play. As we get some fresh skates out on the ice. Trying to play it out to neutral ice, but the Titans still held up in their own zone. Redirected out across the neutral zone. And that'll go down for icing. This sport has seen a lot of rapid growth out across the country lately. And lots of folks benefiting from that. With the addition of the NHL Seattle Kraken, that has garnered some more interest in another region and down in all the lower levels. As we see more and more tournaments being added out across the country. And that helps to filter up some of these top level teams, just like what we see here in the NAPHL. From the right side. Face-off circle shot, paddled away, still loose out in front, bouncing around from stick to stick to stick. As this one angles out. And Smith waving down to the official on the other end. That'll be icing. Just under 2 minutes into this period. 25 to 22 shots comparison. Not much of an advantage either way on that, with one goal separating it. And that one shot chest high, grabbed out of the air by Smith. Not a meatball. As we get fresh skates out on the ice. Titans down by 1. Playing out of their own zone. And here's 1-4 from the right side, spreading out wide, being forced to the perimeter. And now 2-on-2. Dropped off into the slot, could not hold on to it, and trying to avoid the head-first slide into the boards, and able to do so. Ricocheted out to neutral ice. Chipped back into the Titan zone. And the Titans working it out from the right side. Could not get that across ice. And now, as their lane tries to get a shot off, gets handcuffed a little bit, and not much coming from it. No icing. Looking for the stretch pass all the way up to the blue line, and yes, that is icing. A good look, good idea, just could not connect on it. If perhaps that stayed down on the ice, that might have made it. As we hear the rally sticks over on the Titans bench. Forsucci pushing it up ahead into the offensive zone. And a saucer pass out to 17, but that one a little bit lively. As this is tossed out across the blue line. A fine play by McCurry to poke that up ahead. Still plenty of time. And now 6 with speed. And just on the delay. And that'll be offsides. And so Hoff and Alessandro coming on, along with Raimundo for the Iceman. Angled up to Alessandro from the left side. Centering pass, stolen at the slot. And Alessandro comes in looking for the strip. Have you seen the strip? As Alessandro trying to feed the crease. And here's Hoff. Dropping it back down. And Raimondo with the rolling puck, trying to settle it down. With a little bit of help from Alessandro. And a long pass, splitting the D. Down from the knees. A nice pivot on the knees. And a big hit. Great defensive play by the Iceman to break that up. And an acrobatic play on the offense to be able to retain that and connect the pass. As we drop inside of 12 minutes remaining in regulation time. And Hoff along the left side goes to the backhand, and that's easy pickings for Smith. It was the best he had with a limited runway, short-range backhander. And that'll set up a face-off to Smith's right. Glenn Burnett with the play-by-play and color commentary. This is getting down to the last 10 or so minutes, 11 minutes of our slate for the day. As this is intercepted. And a nice little juke move, tossed up in front, and that one's a little easy to handle for Mostowski. As you're watching NAPHL action, part of the Pittsburgh Showcase. Played away from the boards and stripped out in front. Almost an odd man advantage. And a last second chop at it. Goes up off of the glass. And Smith staying cool. Double deuce coming in on the right wing side, the off wing position. And a big hit up into the boards. And this is intercepted at neutral ice. Here's Malvar. And a close call there as that one just inches above the crossbar, sailing by into the glass. And now 1-4, winding up. And that one's punched away. As Mostowski, we mentioned earlier, the glove side is not on the left hand. It's on the right hand. And so instinctually, some players might want to go glove side, but it's not his glove side. And now the Titans shaping up a rush. Number 9, number 17. And this pops out to neutral ice. A little bit of a skip and a funny roll as Tomac overskates it. And now 2-1 with 9 trailing, 17 behind as well. Now 2-on-2. Tomac on the right side, air lane, drops it off through the slot, and that is knocked to the side. Smith doing a great job in net. As the Iceman, and a high stick delay. Smith down low, taking the front post position. Locks that out with the paddle. And currently, Smith posting a .928 save percentage, saving 26 of 28 shots. Not a terrible percentage. And here's Hoff in his own zone. Plays it off the sideboards. And a 2-on-2 shaping up. Alessandro from the right side. Rocks that one off the end boards. Centering pass into the face-off circle, and it's eased into neutral ice. Robbins sends it across to the right side, and they'll work their way up into the offense that way. Titans with it. Working their way out of the zone. That pass is off target. 7:47 remaining game time. Regulation time at least. As this is stolen by Alessandro. Into the slot, deflected off a skate into the corner. Very definitely icy. And we'll give that another go. Knocked up in the air, and a close call for Smith, as that was heading up and perhaps over him. You get the wrong bounce on one of those, and it falls right into the net. And at this point, the goaltender's really doing a great job of keeping both teams within striking range of either getting the insurance goal or the equalizer. Just waiting to see what will give. The other shoe must drop. Racing up ahead, 1-4 on the right side. Swatted away by Mastowski. Played across the dashers. And now help on the way. Bobko on the left wing as Walsh sends that to the end boards. Poked up ahead. And it's held on to by Smith. As we get down to the home stretch here, Martin sends it deep into the offensive zone. Iceman looking for an insurance goal here. Only a 1-goal lead, and that is unsafe. From the right side, 1-7. Going to the inside, losing the handle. And for Suchi, helping out. Played off of the half boards. That rebound is picked up by the Iceman. Now gathered up by the Titans. And a lost handle there as the Icemen might be able to set up a little bit of an attack. Looking for a redirect by Morrison. as he continues to battle, and now Saad with it. 2-1. Up ahead. And he gets tied up, and we're going to get a penalty out of that one. And he came down pretty hard. And so Martin comes to the penalty box for a hooking penalty. And so he'll sit for 2. And this favors the Titans, down by 1. 5-on-4 on the ice. To the right point, fed all the way around to the weak side, and now things can spread out. The Titans will have to be clean in their passing. Not lazy, sharp. And a kick save. Forced down the slot once again. As this is lofted across neutral ice. Alessandro pestering from behind. .1:15 remaining in the power play. Again, accuracy on the passing might be the undoing of this power play. Only needing 1. Shot from the slot. Comes off of the glass. Out to the side doorstep. And now pitched out to neutral ice. And it's a foot race as Robbins chases it down. Now if Robbins gets a little bit too far, too over-aggressive, the Titans could end up with numbers. 3:45 remaining in regulation. Just outside of 35 seconds left on the power play. Played up to the right point. Shot wide of the net. And Mastowski chooses to reach out and grab it. .30 seconds left on the Martin penalty. 3.5 to go in regulation. Played around to the left point. Looking to control possession. And the Iceman getting extra aggressive on the penalty kill as it is just about wound down. They'd like to see another shot attempt, but that does not happen. And Smith not getting enough wood on that to feel comfortable. And we're back to even strength. Titans with an odd man advantage. Shot as that one catches a little bit of glove. Knocked out to neutral ice and then ricocheted off a leg back into the offensive zone before they could tag up. Well, not tag up, but before they could get out of the zone. Automatic offsides on that. As Bobko comes out onto the ice. Just outside of 2.5 to go. A 1-goal game. A beautifully defensive game as that one catches the edge of the mitt as well to close out our calendar. In this, our Friday primetime closer. Played into the offensive zone as the Icemen looking for one more. Smith on high alert, and that's another one. And that save percentage continues to rise. As 2-7, feeding the slot, turned away. As we get inside 2 minutes remaining, we keep an eye down on Smith to see if they try to add the sixth skater. Things are oh so tight. Between the two teams, 55 goals shot on net. Only 3 have made it through. And as they pour the rest out on the ice, 91 seconds remaining. Empty net, 6 skaters on the ice. Titans looking for the equalizer, cutting through traffic. As one playing free safety back, guarding the net. As this is chipped up ahead, no icing. And now heavy pressure along the perimeter. And this one catches up high. 1 minute remaining. And this is called for a face-off at the center dot, as the officials will confer. Not a long conference. And the Titans will take their timeout wisely. 58 seconds remaining in regulation in a 1-goal puck game. A very tense one to close out the slate. 6 games up, 5 games down. And perhaps only 58 seconds away from closing this one out. Can the Titans get the equalizer? We've seen a pair of goals scored in less time than 58 seconds. Quite easily. Fastest time that I've seen from puck drop to back of net, 2.8 seconds. In live viewing, from the drop of the puck to the shot to the back of the net, 2.8 seconds. So we know that 58 is plenty of time for one. Who's going to get that one? And since it's a little bit too dangerous to drop the puck at the center dot with Smith out of the net, Smith will go back to the net. And it is upon the Titans to get up into the offensive zone so they can get that extra skater. But the win on the faceoff, a crucial component, helps the Icemen possess the puck. And now looking to freeze it to kill some time. And this is all about special teams now, winding up. And a big shot taken, big save secured, and a little collision down in the crease. And that knocks 17 seconds off the clock. As the Iceman coach imploring finish strong. And now here comes Smith out of the net as they add one more skater. Backhand shot looking for the wide side as this is tossed out to neutral ice. The Titans able to get out clearly. 17 seconds, shot on net, punched away. And so we've got to straighten out the net. 12 seconds left. We're going to end up with a face-off in the Iceman zone. And now a little animosity on display between teams. All in all, throughout the course of today's games, it has been collegial. Winding up a full clapper. Pinned up against the boards, and that'll do it. That will do it. As the buzzer sounds, the Icemen take a close one escaping with a victory. At the end of regulation, taking the win 2-1. That'll make them 2-0 on the day. A busy day and something to hang their hats on. As both teams and so at the tail end there, awarded a penalty, 4 red for cross-checking. As both teams somewhat gathering at the red stripe to exchange goodwill in some portions. Smith coming out. Beautiful job in net for Smith. Good game, good game. Safe travels, good meals, and good luck. What a great day to be a hockey player. What a great day to play hockey. And there you have it. At the end of our calendar for today, the Iceman coming up with another victory. They'll freshen up and come out for more tomorrow. That'll wrap it up for the broadcast. My name's Glenn Burnett. Thanks to Tom and Davey. Thanks to Jeremy over at the Hockey Tech crew. Thanks for Alex for sending over the digital information for the Game Center stuff. Thanks for the folks over at Courtyard for helping get everything coordinated for my stay down here out of Lake Placid, travel down to here. And thanks to the officials. A long day, really good to have you guys out on the ice. Thank you so much to everybody. For Hockey TV and NAPHL Pittsburgh Showcase, my name's Glenn Burnett, signing off for the day. We will see you tomorrow morning.